All right, Miles, the Bengals find themselves in the news again for a lot of the right reasons. Of course, this is a Bengals team. They're one of the top contenders in all football. We talk about it all the time. Their way they're situated is in a 100% way to contend with Kansas City. In fact, they overcame Kansas City 2 years ago. Really good chance to do it again last postseason. Didn't work out for them, but things are looking good for the future. And we've got some great news for the Cincinnati Bengals about one position that was going to be kind of a question mark with one key player involved, but it all resolved itself out, and it looks like things are going really well with Cincinnati because of this.
Yeah, Nick, I think this shows that Cincinnati, they have that championship culture there. They're a team that has gone far very, very often the last couple of years, especially with Joe Burrow under the helm. And it just shows you got to put in the extra work to be a part of this team. And you got to go into your role. It doesn't matter who you are. There's roles defined for everybody. And if someone gets there, sometimes it may not be what you want to do, but you kind of got to, grin and bear and do your part. And I think doing your part and being a hard worker is being what is about to be a Bengal for a long time now. That's why I want to go back through the annals of Bengal history and ask everyone, speaking of doing your part, being a hard worker, who's the hardest working Bengal of all time? Let us know in the comments below. There's a lot of guys I can think of, some really interesting ones that come to mind for me, but who's the hardest working Cincinnati Bengal of all time? But Nick, nonetheless, let's get into this very interesting story about the Bengals.
Yeah, man, let's go ahead and throw up the story real quick just to get right into it because I think it's really big. This is from Roto Baller involving, of course, offensive lineman Jonah Williams and the right tackle position. All right, from the report, Cincinnati Bengals offensive tackle Jonah Williams, who requested a trade in this offseason after the team signed Orlando Brown Jr. to play left tackle, reported to mandatory minicamp last week despite his frustration with the team. The plan is to play me at right tackle, Williams said. I'm fired up to do it. Let's go. I'm working my knee. I think I'm going to be cleared soon. I feel great moving around, and so that was never the issue. He also said he'll be ready to go for day one of training camp in late July after having surgery in February for a dislocated kneecap that he suffered in the wild card round of the playoffs. The former first rounder isn't happy with the front office, but he has shown up this offseason and is ready to play in 2023. All right, Miles, I think there's 2 big points I have for this, and I'll throw it over to you. First of all, we talked about it a few months ago when the Bengals acquired Orlando Brown Jr. Jonah Williams come out and says, I want to trade, was very vocal about it, did not want to play right tackle. Tobin did the smart thing, right? We talked about it at the time. Guy gets emotional, is frustrated, he's disappointed. It's like the guy at work that didn't get the big promotion in corporate America, someone else gets the big job. What you do, you don't overreact. The guy's angry. Give him space. Give him time. Eventually, he'll come around. We talked about it at the time. Isaac says, listen, he's going to want to come in when he sees Joe Burrow looking good, when he sees Jamar Chase doing special things, when he looks how this young defense is coming together on the back end, some of these veterans up front, all the things they're doing, the coaching staff sticking around. He's going to see that, and he's going to want to stay involved because, like you alluded to with your point, Miles, this is a championship culture, and that keeps people involved. And number 2, this is my second point here. This is a contract year for Jonah Williams. He had no leverage. So strictly from a business perspective, the Bengals had him exactly right where they wanted to him. Said, listen, we're a championship team. You're going to come here. You're going to get a chance here to win a championship. And if you do well and play for a good team, which we are going to be, you have a chance to make a big payday on the other side. And look, right tackles don't make as much as left tackles, Miles, but it's not like they're in the poorhouse. If you go down the top average per year, according to overthecamp.com at right tackle, I'm just going to read you some of the top ones here. 20.1 million per year, 20 million, 19.2, 18.5, 17.5, 17.5, 17, 15, 11.5. Keep going down the list there. You can make a lot of money annual per year at right tackle in an open free agent market. I think Jonah Williams having some time away, seeing what the Bengals were going to look like going into 2023, made him want to come back to this team and work hard and try and win a title because he knows this is a championship culture. But also number 2, he understands that, look, if I do well, I have a chance for a big payday on the other side of this. I think this is great news for the Cincinnati Bengals. And before I throw it over to you, Miles, your thoughts on it, I want to remind everyone watching to stay tuned to the end of today's video to hear a word from our partner of today's video, and that, of course, is Neuro. Neuro has a lot of great products to give you a fast and easy boost of energy. We love to take their mints before the show. It gives us a spike of energy we need to talk about the Bengals. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of today's video to learn more about Neuro and, most importantly, to get access to our special discount code. All right, Miles, what you think? What's everything? What are your thoughts of everything going on with Cincinnati, Jonah Williams, and the Bengals offense right now?
Yeah, Nick, I really like the point you bring up about gotta give them space. When someone gets into an overreactionary situation like that, you gotta give them space. So this is, a salute to the Bengals front office for doing a right move there, not doing anything brashing. Okay, you want to leave? Go ahead and go. They could have done something like that, but they didn't. They knew, you bring in the new guy in town, like you said, the new partner to the firm, something like that, show them around to the office, everyone's going to get a little bit jealous. Now, it turns out, okay, maybe this is a guy I can work with. I can be the bookend to Orlando Brown Jr. on the other side of the line. we did go to a Super Bowl not that long ago. This is a pretty good team. We've consistently been in the AFC Championship game. Maybe I should stick around for a little while. You know what? I'm excited to play right tackle now. He's going back and forth, back and forth. But, like for Jonah Williams, he didn't really have too many options here. This is a guy coming off injury, getting bumped over to right tackle. Like you said, in a contract year. He doesn't have a lot of leverage. But I'm glad. I don't fault him for what he did. I think it's very understandable to have that kind of mindset when something, your life gets flipped upside down. You thought you would be the left tackle for the foreseeable future. Turns out not so much. But I'm glad that he's taken a new lease on life, saying, hey, look, I'm ready and I'm excited to be right tackle on this team. I think I can add a lot of value here. Work hard through my PT, get back on the field, and let's go win some football games. Because like you said, Nick, you spin around, look at this offense, look at this defense. This is a team very, very good. They have a lot of very talented players, a lot of young players on this team as well. This is a up and coming roster. And as Joe Burrow says, as long as he's on this team, their Super Bowl window is open. So I think this is a really smart move by the Bengals front office. And I think this is a very smart move by Williams to say, hey, look, I'm going to go play my best ball at right tackle. Maybe the Bengals re-sign me, maybe someone else re-signs me, but I'm going to show everyone what I'm made of at the right tackle position, because I think that was his best option going forward. I don't think he's going to get any starting left tackle spots with the predicament that he was in at the end of last season.
All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.